journaling time.
What's up, party people? How's everyone doing? I guess we'll give everyone a couple minutes to trickle in. Hopefully we're live and streaming on all platforms tonight. We've had a little bit of trouble with our streaming provider, actively searching for a new one. But you know what? I feel like every time this happens, like, something makes us upset, we change it and we grow, we get better.
Exactly.
And that's kind of a beautiful thing. So I don't know why I get so frazzled about it. This is an opportunity.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we'll monitor the chat. Hopefully everyone got the link for tonight. And we'll give everyone a few minutes to get the ticker going for us. All right.
Well, we don't see anything on our end. We're just going to double check these links, make sure we don't have another technical difficulty.
Yeah, well, we're there. Oh, it's just not streaming the chat to us.
Oh, weird. Sorry, guys. We are here. We just can't see any of these chat messages.
Oh, that's so weird.
Oh, that's frustrating. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about last week. Obviously, there was a technical difficulty.
Yeah, all right. Well, here's what we'll do.
Of course, it's still not working.
Yeah, well, that's why we're going to leave this company. Not our company. All right, let me mute it on my phone so we're not hearing ourselves in an echo vortex. Look at you, beautiful people.
Thank
in
you.
there.
We were wondering where everyone was. Oh, okay, we can see you there.
So weird. Okay, well, technical difficulties are going to be what they are, but you know what? I think it's going to be all right. We've got a really nice session. My beautiful wife picked it out for us. So you want to tee it off for everyone?
Yeah. So today is all about acknowledging and celebrating our accomplishments and goodwill. And whether, anyone is even aware of your progress, there is progress and you deserve to get yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. So yeah, it's just about celebrating yourself and your accomplishments and your growth. And we hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited about that. One of my favorite things about journaling is how you actually have like a written record of what's gone down. And, as much as I go to my journal to complain about stuff and to, work stuff out that might be difficult, it's actually really sweet to see when, you've come a long way, your progress. And even if you do go to complain about it, it's interesting to look at the complaints like, from yesteryears and earlier days and stuff like that, and just see how far you've come. And I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for that. And it's hard to, because you're only here right now. You have to kind of focus on what's right in front of you. And, oftentimes we just are just beaten up by this onslaught of expectations and, all sorts of just, material and worldly concerns. And it's easy to lose track of how far you've come. And so I think you guys are going to really like the prompts that we have for you this evening. We're going to do actually 6 prompts, 4 minutes per prompt. So that's going to be a total of 24 minutes of journaling. Some pretty good arithmetic there. All right. So let's see. I wish I had you in the chat here. I can't see.
Yeah, we will be switching platforms because obviously this one is not working out very well.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and switch the ticker up here so the folks who are joining us know what's going on. Actually, let me take a look in the chat really quick. Do we have any newbies in the house? We do. Okay, we got Purity Passcode with us.
Awesome.
Hello. All right, it seems like we might have a couple of newbies here. So if you're like, what is going on? Like, what is this even? So welcome to Journal Party. Really glad that you found us. What you're seeing on your screen is the Journal Party guided journaling platform. We also have mobile apps, so you can download those in the Apple App Store and Google Play. And we've been getting a lot of new members lately, so I'm excited. I hope some of the new members are here with us this evening. And basically, what we do is we like to debut some of our premium programs inside of Journal Party Live, which is always free every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And what we do is we stream the app on the screen, and my wife and I will take turns reading the prompts and journaling along with you. And then at the very end, we open up our journals and we kind of, take a look under the hood and share our insights and just community. This is a community. It wouldn't be a party if it weren't for all the party people out there. So once again, I want to thank all the party people for showing up. And I think it's about time to get this party started. You doing odds or evens?
I will do odds.
Odds. You're going to start us off.
Yes.
Alrighty, folks. Get your journal ready and let's get rocking.
The work no one saw. Think about something you kept showing up for when there was no audience, applause, or obvious finish line. What did it ask of you, and what does your effort reveal about the kind of person you have been becoming?
All right, next prompt: a quiet win. Recall a recent moment that counted as progress, even if it looked small from the outside. What shifted? What did you choose differently? And why is this win worth naming in your own handwriting?
What you learned the hard way. Write about a lesson you earned through repetition, disappointment, practice, or patience. How has that lesson changed the way you move through your days, and what part of you deserves credit for learning it?
The version who kept going. Picture yourself at a point when continuing took more courage than anyone could see. What did that version of you need? What did they protect? And what would you thank them for now?
Receiving the good. Notice where praise, delight, or satisfaction feels hard to let in. What do you usually do when something goes well? And what would you change if you allowed yourself to receive the good for a little longer?
A celebration that fits. Define a kind of celebration that feels true to you, not loud for the sake of being loud. What achievement, choice, or growth deserves to be marked, and how can your notebook hold that moment today? Yeah. Oh, got the
Awesome.
cheetah today?
Mm.
Okay. All right. Let me get the little ticker off of here. All right. So, normally I have the chat like right there. We can see you guys on the screen and
Yes,
stuff.
just for
But
yeah, for newcomers, just a reminder. Again, normally it's a little more put together, but unfortunately, this streaming platform is not being our friend right now, so we can't see anything. But again, we are gonna reflect on it on our cell phones.
yeah, well, it's all good. Look, we're human beings. I think in a world where there's all sorts of automations and AI and all sorts of crazy stuff flying around, like look, we show up, we put on a little show, and sometimes the tech fails. So anyway, it's I had the chat here on the phone, and I've been seeing some comments coming in. So do let us know how you handled this one and how you found it. What are you proud of? Like, let us know. We want to celebrate you. I think we like to make a lot of like party euphemisms, and I think part of the party is being able to celebrate each other, like give each other some virtual high fives and stuff. So yeah, what did you write about tonight?
So it was really interesting. I definitely touched on a bunch of things I wasn't expecting to. Interestingly enough, I touched on 2 times that I've dealt with grief and just how I've kind of overcome that grief and been able to live alongside it. So that was really interesting. More recent grief and then again, something, that happened several years ago, but greatly impacted my life. So, in terms of like the growth that I've noticed, given current circumstances, I'm just proud of, the fact that I have been able to continue to show up for my loved ones, for my husband, for my family. Because, in past experiences, I would certainly isolate myself a lot. And that's always how I coped with the hard stuff, was to isolate and run away from things. So again, some of my accomplishments that I've acknowledged are just the fact that I've been able to kind of coexist with grief in this current moment, and also try to be my best self. And what's nice is that I've noticed, my loved ones are well aware of who I am and what I'm all about. And even though I might not be showing up in my, as much as I'd like to for everyone at this point in time, they understand and respect what I'm going through. They know I mean well, and it's a nice, again, I before would just run away from everyone and keep them, worrying about me. So I just love that, I'm able to continue life, because life does go on and we have to keep trucking. So yeah, that was kind of the biggest thing. And yeah, what about you?
You said something interesting just now about how like you I guess used to have a tendency to like to run away, and I mean, I guess I sort of remember that like a little bit from like when we first met. But I mean, you've developed and come a long way as a person, and also I kind of feel like it's the opposite for you now. Like whenever something's going on, you're like ready to rip the Band-Aid off and confront it. Like
Yeah.
very very different than what
Oh,
you
yeah.
just described, which was running away. And so I think that it's interesting. Might be worth like picking that apart. Like, what is it that allows you to like to have the confidence to even embrace some things that might be a little bit more challenging? And I guess you probably have a lot of reps at this point of that actually kind of working out and being something that was a wise decision.
Well, I appreciate that feedback.
Yeah. Gosh, we got all sorts of tech stuff
I
happening
know,
over
and
here.
guys, one day we're gonna get
Look, we're
into
in an
our-
Airbnb,
we're gonna get
not in our
into
studio.
A great studio with great lighting, and it's gonna be perfection. But yes, I appreciate your feedback. So
Yeah, good stuff. I mean,
you go.
mine was, my whole world is building Journal Party, and it has been for a few years. And I know that there's some familiar faces here in the chat who have been around for quite a bit of that journey. And some of you may remember, like from some years ago when we first got started, like I would hop on these lives and there'd be like one person, maybe sometimes I did it for no one. And I was just thinking about like how many times like I put these on for no one, just believing in this vision. And same thing for the podcast. I do want to crack into the podcast. We've been talking about maybe like merging Journal Party Live with the podcast format and making it a little bit more like a traditional podcast, but then also where we journal together. But anyways, I digress. There was a time when the podcast wasn't doing anything. And now, even though I haven't done an episode in quite some time, I see the views and the downloads for it, and that's super exciting. And I mean, the other thing is just like I can't believe that I like rebuilt this thing from the ground up. I mean, and I've done that several times in this whole journey, just trying to figure out like how to bring the experience that was in my head to the world. And at first, we were unfortunately we had to rely on some shady tech. We still do in some situations. We were on like an app builder that just like wasn't really built for us. It was built for like personal trainers and stuff. And I'm so proud of how far it's come. Like the new app is really, really, it's come a long way. And as of even the last couple of weeks, we've just been getting a bunch of new members and stuff like that. And so, it's tough for me because like the second I do accomplish something, like it registers, I try to go share it with someone, but a lot of people don't even know what I'm talking about. Like when I like things that I'm excited about, like squashing a bug or like some programming thing or something like that. And so like, the celebration is a little bit short-lived. And then immediately I just think of all the things that I still need to do. And I do love working and making that progress. But big thing for me in here was, I think it can take a little bit more of a beat and, just not that I need to be like patting myself on the back all the time, but I think that I can give myself a little bit more rest and have some space between each task. And I have been getting better at that, but it's hard. And, at least now it doesn't feel like, I mean, gosh, when I first set out on this journey, like the amount of tasks, if I were to visualize it, it seemed like a mountain. There's still a lot, but I think now that we've got like a working app out there and we've got people hanging out and showing up and journaling with us, like it feels a lot better. It feels like it's got a little bit of more momentum. Not that I'll ever post on it, but I don't know. The other thing I was writing about is like, I don't know if anyone can relate, but like I'm not much of a drinker, but like, gosh, a celebration, like a little celebration, like how good is like a cold one after like working really hard? Like, I don't know. Not that I need to be buying a ton of beer and stuff, but I don't know. There's been some wins that I think maybe I'll crack one. Let's see. We got some folks in the chat. I apologize we can't display it on the screen, but I'll read. I see Mary's got us on the big screen. That's exciting. We love that. We're two failed actors here. So
thank you.
Yeah. And still in LA though. And I think we're gonna stick around. That's been an interesting part of our journey recently. I think we fell out of love with LA and then, realized that like all of our favorite things and really our favorite people and like the things that really light us up are here. So we got an interesting next chapter coming up. So, who knows? Maybe we will still do acting. I don't know. Probably not. Purity passcode. This question had me thinking hard. Good. I hope you guys like the questions and the prompts. I got a review in yesterday. Someone said, a critique was that some of the prompts are too generic. I hope you guys don't find them too generic. And hopefully, now that we've got the therapists working with us and collaborating on these prompts, hopefully you'll find them all right. I don't know. Can't please everyone, but I was also writing about that too, where like, my instinct is to try to like protect my baby and everything like that. But it's like, all right, like once it squashed the ego part of it, it's like, oh, those were some really good points and those were some really valid criticisms. And, I've been able to turn those into improvements in the whole experience. So please don't ever be shy about sharing your feedback. I know you all come from a lot of love and everyone's been super gentle, but, I think, that's been one of the things that I was like looking back on. I'm proud of like, I'm not always the best at receiving feedback. And I think that I've learned that like, all right, like sometimes it stings, but it can really lead to some really, really good growth. So sorry, just another share there. We got the journal girl with us tonight. Happy to catch us live. Gotta love the internet. Yeah. Got some weird tech here. I think we're going to maybe switch to Riverside. I know we got some creators in the audience. So let us know if you've ever used that platform. Actually, I did an interview with some folks on a different podcast, and they had me go in there, and I think it's like better suited for that. So I got this like idea for this. I want to like interview people who can, share some other corners of the universe with us and light us up a little bit. So hopefully we get that coming soon. Carrie said, this theme really made me think, and I was right nonstop. Awesome. Good. Love it. Pretty passcode. Yes, agreed. We are human beings. I like that. I celebrated myself for showing up. You got it. It's so important. And there's that quote, like, it's like, that's like half a success is showing up. And, I was writing about that too. I think, I kind of take it for granted now, but it is a skill, and it's one that I think you can develop. Like sometimes, like you just have to make yourself sit in the chair and do, to show up. And that doesn't mean that it's always showing up for work. Like sometimes it's showing up for the loved ones in your lives and stuff like that. But I think that showing up, that muscle, whatever that is, that produces that, is a really good one to develop for sure. Purdy also said, yes, grief was a big one too. Grieving people, hopes and dreams, etc. Yeah, it's weird, this journey that we're on sometimes. I mean, you can get so attached to things, and they can be like your whole world, and then your whole world can collapse if you lose them. But life goes on, and that doesn't mean that any of those things are discounted or that they don't matter or anything like that, but it really is interesting. I mean, I think back, you talked about dreams and stuff, and we just talked about how we were actors, and it's like, I mean, I was joking about us maybe making a play at acting. That there was a time when that was the only thing that mattered in my heart, and you have to pay me a lot to get into one of those audition rooms and deal with that. I don't know, just life, there's that another quote that I love, right? Like, man plans and God laughs, or that's one way to say it. But like, it's so funny how like we get so attached to these outcomes, and then, life happens the way it does. And often, if you allow it, it can surprise you and be even better than, the things that you were holding on to. Let's see. Carrie said, celebrating my perseverance instead of regretting giving up when things get hard.
Good for you. Yeah.
Awesome. Purity said, pushing through the hard times and handling the emotions as they come, allowing yourself to feel all the feels. Yes. I'm so glad you said that.
Absolutely.
It's so hard too, because like, I think, your first instinct when you feel something uncomfortable is like, get it away from me. It's like
gross, push it down.
Yeah. Well, like, you put your hand on a hot stove, like you don't, like everything in you tells you to remove it. Not that, your emotions are a hot stove, but I think we react almost like that. And, the thing is though, like the stove you can turn off and it goes away. Like it's not a persistent thing, but if you shove that stuff down, that garbage down, it's going to come back up in some other way. And it's probably not going to be a way that you like. And, I think it's one of those things like, the only way out is through, and it can be really painful. Like for me, my therapist is always like, what do you feel in your body? Like, I feel it in my gut and my solar plexus, and it like burns. It's like a sludge or whatever. And, I just have to like kind of allow it to be there. And I feel like when you do that, it like naturally sort of dissipates. And on the other side of that discomfort is a lot of lightness and I guess a little clarity, that if I could describe it that way, just maybe because like, just, I don't know, whatever's coming at you is able to flow a little bit differently when you're not like just standing on guard and holding on to, whatever it is. So really good thought there. I think, feel your feelings. I think that's also just part of the human experience. Like, I don't know what happens after this, but I have heard like different like spiritual people sort of like expressing that like, if there are higher beings, they might be even jealous that we're able to like experience these human things, because it's such like, it's or not jealous, but like, they're I don't know, excited for you or something like that, right? Because it's just, I don't know, it's such an opportunity if you allow it to be. So
totally.
Let's see. Mary says, I remember being on here when there was just one, and please podcast. That's how I found you all. All right. You know what? I mean, it's hard for me to do when I don't have my studio, and we tore it down. We tore out all the foam and everything, and our house is a disaster right now. And so we're looking for a new home, and when we do, we'll make sure to like make a nice space where we can create some really high quality stuff for you. I certainly love to do it. I mean, that was one of my favorite things to do, and I guess I just had my hands so full it was hard to do podcasts every week. But I did like 140 of them, and I would just put myself in that room and like just go nuts having fun, like doing my own little show for no one, and then people found it. So that's awesome. And Mary's been with us.
Yes, we see you, Mary. Thanks
awesome.
for coming along for the ride.
Purity also said, "This is a great idea. I really did not know that this existed until I checked my email today, so I'm not sure how I got connected to it, but I'm so glad that I did. Keep going with this." Well, thank you.
That's so
yeah. I mean, we're we got lots of tech to iron out, and we're switching to a new email thing that's connected to the app, and I think that's fortunately people are gravitating towards the app now. I was so afraid to promote it, especially after I like rebuilt it myself. I was like, what if people don't like it? But I realized it's like, oh, I love the challenge. I love this and the podcast and all that stuff. But I really have poured my heart and soul into the app. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. And we're finding all sorts of ways to make it more interesting. And even if you're not like a premium subscriber, we've got some really great programs and stuff in there for you. And actually, the newest feature is we've got a journal prompt of the day in there, and it's actually really a session of the day. So there is a free session every day. Usually it'll be 3 prompts, and it's the prompt of the day, and then 2 more prompts to go deeper, and then kind of close it out and guide you back into the day. So you should see that in your dashboard, whether you are free or a premium member. That is there for you, and I felt like it would be kind of cool for us to have that be maybe like the heartbeat of the community, because right now, or before in the app, like you can go pick whatever program you want to do, which is awesome to have. But I also love this, where we're all sharing an experience together. And I thought like, well, what if, we could have some version of that going on every day? And so, check it out. Every day there's going to be a new prompt, and kind of be like the heartbeat of the community a little bit. So yeah, try it out. Let's see. Okay, Linda's also one of our first people. Oh man, I love you guys so much. Thank you, Alex, for sticking in there and kept showing up. We love you and Alex. Yes, and any newbies, Alex. She spells hers with an I. Weirdo. Purity says, no, the prompts are not too generic. Good. I don't think so either. But you never know. Like, I don't know what program, they went into. And, some are really simple, because honestly, like, this doesn't need to be super complicated all the time. Like, yeah, like we do have some interesting thought-provoking questions, but like sometimes just checking in with yourself and saying like, how am I feeling right now? Or, like, what am I grateful for today? I know that's super generic, but it's valuable. Like it is this, I don't know. I think the more you engage with this practice, like the benefits are obvious, but we got to find better ways to appeal to all different people. So, now we've got journal prompts of the day and stuff. So hope you enjoy it. Let's see. Letty Cervantes. Hey, good to see you again. I would cheat with a glass of wine. I am diabetic. So that's a no on the regular. Yeah, probably not. But
we all deserve a little
a little something.
A little something. You certainly deserve it.
Yeah.
But I like that you keep yourself in check too.
Surrey Cat. There it goes. All my devices lighting up, thinking I'm talking to Siri. Sometimes the prompts shake my brain up and make me really think deep. I love anything that challenges me. Yeah, sometimes I have to take a moment to really repeat it back to yourself, but I think that's totally okay. So don't ever worry if you don't have the right answer right away. Sometimes these are designed to make you, break out of your normal thinking. I mean, otherwise you could just sit down and write whatever comes to mind. But, I think the prompts are so cool, and that some of them are easy, and you know what's going on. Some of them your brain might take a minute to catch up and figure out what how it wants to respond. But allow it. I think just explore. There is no right or wrong way to do this. It's just I often call it a workshop. This is a place, and I hope that you can make your practice unique to you. You, and that's the point. one of my favorite things about this whole concept is like, look, I don't want to be anybody's guru. Like, I already got, it's hard enough like guiding my own self and stuff. But I do think that there is some, wisdom that we all have within us. We all know our own lives and our own stories better than anyone else. And so, to point your mind within, you can emerge with some really great insights. And then, also the biggest surprise in this was, bringing it into a group. Like, once you take those insights and, you hear from people of different walks of life and different, experiences and things like that, it like multiplies it.
It does. It really enhances the practice. And, I've always said, like, therapy is wonderful and I do it every week and I've done it for years, but there's something really special about these journaling group sessions that like unlock even more stuff that, normally can't really get in touch with, like in a talking therapy. I really need to be specifically prompted, and that's what this is. So it works out really well.
Love it. Purity said, I love what you just said about accepting criticism. It does sting, but it does welcome great opportunities for growth. Well said. Yeah. And I think it stung really bad because we don't have enough reviews on our app. So if anyone has the app and is feeling pretty cozy about what we do at Journal Party, maybe if you don't mind, we would love it if you left us a little love, even criticism if you got it. We're happy to receive that, and we're always going to strive to make this a better and more valuable experience. But we could use a few more stars on there. Just saying. Mary said, so my toddler has seen me doing these lives for a bit now. She asked to have her own color feelings book, as she calls it. She is now learning to Journal Party Live, passing it on to the next generation.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so amazing. Good for you.
And we've talked about doing some kids programs too. I mean, we were going to do one in real life before we kind of got derailed with, our dog and Airbnb situation. But I haven't forgotten about that. And, Mary actually would probably be a good person to maybe help us with that. I've seen some of the programs Mary's creating and things like that. And by the way, that's another cool thing you can do on the app. If you're a creator or a coach or something like that, and you want to work journaling into, your offerings and stuff. Now, if as a member of Journal Party, you can actually create your own programs like the one that we had here, and you can either make it public and then it lives on your profile, or you can make it private and then, distribute the link however you want. You can even sell access to it. So, just trying to find ways to make this more and more valuable for everybody. But I guess to go back to what we were saying, Mary, if you're up for it, would love to, maybe collaborate on some programs for the kiddos. Maybe we can, peel off a corner of the Journal Party for them. Because I mean, gosh, I think about how
people have shown interest. So
that
would be a great idea.
I mean, when I was young, like I just immediately I fell in love with it. Like, I think they gave me one of those little planners in middle school and it had just it wasn't even a full journal, but it just had a little section. You're the kind that you could DJ on with it. And I just loved that I could have just some space to get it out. And, especially as a kid, you have a lot of thoughts, and, some feedback that we've heard is that, sometimes kids don't feel like they have a right to speak or to have a thought or an opinion or something like that. And so what a wonderful thing to create space for them to explore and play with different concepts. And then, I guess, I've also heard some fear about from younger folks, that their parents are going to find their journals. And I know we've had people in here sharing that, they have trust issues because of that. So,
and I love my big sister, but she did find my journal once where I wrote about how me and my friend hopped our neighbor's fence to go. Nobody lived at the property, but there were a bunch of frogs in the pool, and we just wanted to go see the frogs. And my sister was like, that's trespassing, right? And so for a year, my punishment was I had to get her a Diet Coke whenever she wanted it, because I was afraid that I was going to get arrested, because me and my friend just wanted to go look at some frogs, and she looked at my journal, and I was like, so I think that actually
blackmail,
a lot of blackmail. Yeah. Hey, it worked.
Wow. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can encourage, healthy boundaries and things like that. But yeah, would definitely love to do something like that. All right, folks. Well, we're getting to the hour here, and I think we made it despite having some technical difficulties and sun in our eyes and all sorts of stuff. But I'm proud of us.
Absolutely. And can I just mention, so this coming Saturday, unfortunately, I have not been marketing it well, but we are doing another in-person event in San Diego at Your Space, which is this incredible creative co-op that is run by two amazing women that I know in San Diego. If you guys follow us on Instagram, I will definitely be posting about it on there and sharing it on Facebook. But that is also coming up. I know it's San Diego. I don't even live there, but so many of my friends and just close people in my life are in that area. So they will be there. But if anyone happens to be from San Diego in the area, of course, we would love for you to join us.
Normal Heights, right?
Normal Heights, in the neighborhood of Normal Heights on Saturday from 1 to 3. So check out our Instagram soon, and we will have a flyer up shortly.
You excited to do this one by yourself?
I am. I'm doing this one on my own, and I'm totally capable of doing it solo.
You are. You've been such a welcome addition. I know I'm not alone in that, and I've seen that come up in the chat. I mean, again, there was a time where I did this alone for nobody, and so to have my wife here and to have all the party people here showing up week after week and doing this, it's really, really special. So thank you, everyone. And I'll see you on the journal prompt of the day. Check it out. Download the app. Give us some reviews, please, please, please. And have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week. And as always, party on.